Welcome to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society's 17th Annual On the Move Luncheon, locally presented by Biogen. Thank you for joining us. Our program will begin in 15 minutes. Good afternoon and welcome to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society's 17th Annual On the Move Luncheon.
My name is Emily, and I live with MS. On a good day, I am walking fine. I can do just about everything I want to do.
My dad's doing pretty well. He's still walking, he still works full time.
With my new infusion, I am having more better days than bad days.
My knees feel good. I can actually feel all 10 of my toes.
I haven't had any symptoms or episodes in a long time. I think the rate at which we're finding discoveries in MS is pretty astounding.
A generation or two ago, people had no treatment options to turn to. The medications have really changed the course.
When Jean was diagnosed, she had been an avid cyclist, biking 40 miles every single morning.
People call me Dash. That's my nickname, because how I move rather quickly.
Altogether, I served for about 12 years, from 1991 to 2003.
Married to the person of my dreams, feeling really stable. And then everything just got ripped out.
Within a couple of years of her diagnosis, she was wheelchair bound, and just a few years later, she was bed-bound quadriplegic.
The doctors told me they weren't sure if I'd be able to walk without a walker or walk anymore.
I couldn't run. It would just mess with me in my mind, like Dash couldn't run.
My mom also had MS. I can only hope that when it comes to my MS, that it does not impact me as much as it did her.
You cry because you mourn your former self.
I'm thinking about my body holding up every day for the rest of my life. And that sucks. It really sucks.
But we're resilient. We always have been. All these drugs that we have to slow down the progression of the disease is great, but what I would like to see in my lifetime is an actual cure.
We've really come a far way in such a short amount of time.
If we continue doing what we're doing, raising more money, supporting more research, we will find a cure.
Talk to us, reach out to us, listen, because the only way we can find a cure is with help from everybody.
We have to go on offense. We have to change the course of this.
And I don't think that's a lot to ask.
There's a lot more that we can do.
Well, I appreciate everybody's attention, and I want to thank you so much for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you
guys,
all.
so much
Thank
for
you
listening.
for listening.
Good afternoon and welcome to the National MS Society's 17th annual On the Move Luncheon, where this year, wherever you are, is the best seat in the house and probably the best seat in your house. It is wonderful to see you. I'm Leslie Foster.
And I'm Ben Farrell.
And we are proud to serve as your host for today's celebration. Our goal, and we really hope for you, is to leave here informed, empowered, and inspired to take action so that we can end MS for good. You know, MS was neglected and poorly understood when Sylvia Lowry started the society in 1946, but together we have reshaped life with MS.
And if one person's passion and perseverance can launch a movement that's led to more breakthroughs than the world has seen for any other neurological disease, imagine what our movement can achieve today and how much of a difference your support can make. It's hard to believe this will be our second virtual event. And although we wish we could be together in person, we are certainly together in spirit. And you are in for a great event today. By the way, if you're logged in on YouTube over there, we want to know where you are watching the program. And I want you to quickly type in there, yes. Yes, if you are ready to make a difference. Yes, if you are excited to be here. Yes, if you've signed up and showed up here today to join our movement. And yes, you are excited about joining so many who've already supported and who will support with us today, because we are excited to have you. So thanks for dropping all that info in the chat. And as you enjoy our program, I ask that you consider the urgent need before us. The pandemic and a resulting economic impact have the potential to reduce our ability to fund research by 40%. At risk are better treatments and breakthroughs that can lead to a cure. And your support is critical in ensuring that MS research is funded at the highest levels. Your gift, no matter how large or small, helps to ensure the National MS Society is there for people living with MS every day, with information and support when it's needed most. And MS doesn't stop because of this crisis, and neither will we. We are in this together, and we will continue to drive progress until we achieve our mission, a vision of a world free of MS.
That's right, Ben. As you mentioned, while we can't be together for this luncheon today, this virtual connection is strong, and we are really so thankful to everyone who's been involved in this process. By the way, you know, last year, our virtual celebration reached 1,200 people on YouTube, between everybody gathered here in these United States, from 30 states in the country, and actually 5 provinces in Canada. So that is reach and impact. And every year for the past 16 years, you have joined us for inspirational speakers. And this year is no different. Perhaps you've heard of our keynote speakers, Clay and Jessica Walker, and you're going to hear from them later in the program. But now I have the great pleasure to introduce a dear friend, someone who really needs no introduction. Her name is Chartice Berry, and she is the president of the Greater DC, Maryland chapter of the National MS Society. And so we welcome Chartice in her beautiful yellow today, beaming bright, as we join here today for this 17th year in a row. Chartice.
Thank you to my dear friends, Leslie and Ben. It's so good to be with everyone here today. Thank you for tuning in. Every one of us has the power to achieve breakthroughs. Every one of us has the power to uncover solutions and to help create a world of free of MS. Today's luncheon would not be possible without the very hard work of a very special group of people, our On the Move committee. They have worked tirelessly all year long, raising critical funds to plan this beautiful afternoon for each of you. I'd like to say a very special thank you to our committee: Jill Burke, Amy Knight, Heather Kress, Shay Mullen, Kathy Onyeu-Frychuk, Tiffany Stamps, and Jeanette Young. I also have to recognize 2 very special ladies who have gone above and beyond the call of duty this year and every year that they've been involved in the luncheon. And that is our co-chair, Jill Kiter, and our co-chair, Kathy Wenger. You are truly both leaders in every sense of the word. We could not do this without you. Thank you so very much. You'll soon hear from these extraordinary ladies and our wonderful Be a Star sponsors in just a few minutes. Speaking of sponsors, I'd like to give a huge shout out to our very generous sponsors of today's luncheon for their partnership and their devotion. Our presenting sponsor is Biogen. Thank you, Biogen, for being here for the 4th year in a row. We are so grateful for you. Thank you to our Quest for a Cure sponsor in Breakthrough Beverage Group, very committed organization, company that stands behind us each and every year. Our Matching Challenge sponsors are Kathy and Bill Onyufrychuk, and Linda Marinoff and Paul Bogro. I want to say thank you to our Hope sponsors, and Jill and Mitch Kiter, and thank you to Amy and Ed Knight. And of course, the sponsors that you'll see listed here on your screen. I'd also ask you to please check your emails for a special digital version of our printed program to see messages from our sponsors and the committee members, as well as recognition and tribute gifts that are made ahead of today's broadcast. And now I have to say thank you to the Board of Trustees for the Greater DC Maryland chapter. They are my partners in this work. They are ambassadors for everything that we do here locally, and they are the closest allies of mine and the teams here and the team here. They help implement the Society's strategic response to MS, and I'm so grateful for them. At this time, I'd like to invite Lisa Riggins, the Vice President, Divisional General Manager from Biogen, our presenting sponsor, to say a few words. Again, we are so thankful for their generous support, 4th year running. Lisa?
Good afternoon. My name is Lisa Riggins, and I'm a leader at Biogen, a biotechnology company that specializes in treating neurological diseases like multiple sclerosis and spinal muscular atrophy. We are proud to return as a presenting sponsor for this amazing national and local partnership with the National MS Society. In fact, this year marks our 4th year as a presenting sponsor of this On the Move Luncheon, and we continue to be grateful for the opportunity to do so. My hope is that next year we'll be able to be together live in order to connect once again. Now, we're all still adjusting to many of the changes we've had to learn to navigate. Our new worlds continue to change, yet in many ways, much remains the same. At Biogen, we continue to take pride in creating medicines that have the potential to help patients living with MS. And our mission aligns closely with that of the National MS Society. So today is a day when we can come together virtually to support the important and noble work that the National MS Society does. Until there is a cure, there is still very important work to be done. Thank you to all of the healthcare workers and caregivers who continue to do the very hard work to care for patients living with MS. We are here to continue to be a partner, and we're so proud to do so. Thank you very much.
We appreciate Lisa's kind words, and again, for the support of Biogen. As we celebrate the National MS Society's 75th anniversary this year, I cannot help but think of the power of one. What began with one woman's vision and commitment is today a 50-state network leading a global charge to change the world and to create a world free of MS. I think Sylvia Laurie and her brother Bernard would be so proud, not of just the remarkable scientific and medical progress we have made, but even more so of the support network in the community that brings so many people together in this movement. The National MS Society has made tremendous progress in 75 years together with all of you. We cannot do it without you. Together, all of us, we have paved the way for all of the over 20 treatment options available today. And think about this, none of those options existed 30 years ago. We have brought the world together to set standards for diagnosing multiple sclerosis quickly and accurately, and to crystallize the distinction between relapsing remitting and the progressive form of the disease. We have uncovered the role of immune cells in disease progression and treatment, and the possibilities of restoring function through myelin repair and nervous system rewiring. We have funded over 1,000 early career researchers who have all played a significant role in nearly every major breakthrough and treatment. We have driven billions of dollars in federal research funding. We have won state-level reforms for quality respite services and home modification tax credits, and we have ensured that the voice of those with multiple sclerosis is always heard. In courtrooms and in boardrooms, where we fight for access and affordability, in the media where we tell our stories, and in the halls of Congress, where we make our needs known. We have built a network of resources and events that help people affected by multiple sclerosis live less isolated and more informed and happier lives, whether that means a newly diagnosed person finding the educational program that they need online, whether it's the 50,000 people that are benefiting from the in-depth, personalized support of our MS navigators, or the 300,000 people who walk with us every spring and fall with our Walk MS program. This is what's possible when we put the voices and the needs of people living with this disease first. When we convene people and catapult progress on a global scale, and when we make the most strategic use of every dollar our movement raises. Together, all of us, we move mountains. Despite the challenges we have all faced over the last 18 months or so, the MS movement has made great progress. The strength and unity of the MS movement is more apparent than ever. We are unified on our mission to cure, I said cure, MS, while empowering people affected by multiple sclerosis to live their very best lives. And we will keep moving forward because we still have nearly 1 million people living with multiple sclerosis, and people are being diagnosed every day. We are truly at a pivotal moment in time and in our history. Monumental, transformative breakthroughs are within our reach. The Society's commitment to finding a cure is unwavering, even when faced with a global pandemic. But as you know, we cannot do it alone, and we haven't done it alone. Passionate volunteers and dedicated supporters like all of you make it possible. We are in this together, truly together, and I know that we will achieve our mission and our vision, a world free of MS, with you. Thank you.
Thank you, President Chartice. You know, there are, of course, many sponsors, supporters, and patrons who have made this day possible, but it all starts with the leaders who say yes to doing the hard work, the labor of love, the committee members who give just about everything and then some to make this possible. So we have to thank our co-chairs, Jill Kiter and Kathy Winger, and our On the Move Luncheon Committee for all you have done to move us closer than ever to the goal. Every journey, of course, is unique. Everyone living with MS has their own personal story. And in this part of the story, all of the people, the participants, are going to be wearing orange because MS has personally touched their lives. It is my honor now to introduce the extraordinary leaders of the On the Move Committee and the Be Our Star sponsors for a special video message about how your support has impacted them and their loved ones.
Our theme this year of Closer Than Ever was chosen because this past year has been just that. We are closer in so many ways. We are closer with our neighbors, we shop and support local businesses, and we are certainly closer to our homes. But most importantly, we are closer than ever to finding a cure for MS. Thank you to our virtual luncheon sponsors and guests for all your support of the National MS Society's On the Move Washington, D.C. event. Please enjoy this special montage of our event committee members and our Be a Star sponsors. We hope you will join us and support the MS Society's vision of finding a cure for MS.
The National MS Society was founded 75 years ago by a woman looking for help for her brother with MS.
She brought together the world's top scientists and volunteers, creating the organization that today serves over 1 million people affected by the disease.
Each and every person can make an impact on those living with MS, including me, who's been living with it for 16 years and was told I wasn't going to be walking, and here I am.
And she's a hero day in, and day out.
MS is an unpredictable disease of the central nervous system that disrupts the flow of information within the brain and between brain and body. It causes inflammation that damages myelin, which surrounds and insulates nerve fibers. We are closer than ever to absorbing the complexities of MS.
My feelings for those that benefit from funds generated from the MS on the Move Luncheon is what has made me a longtime supporter. MS is an unpredictable disease. I am sure adapting to the realities of MS is constant. When people ask those afflicted with MS, how do you cope? They answer, whatever it takes. My niece Kathy copes with MS every day, and I'm sure she has her share of good as well as not so good days. Hopefully, the funds raised today will enable continued research to ultimately find a cure for this dreaded illness. Until that day, I encourage and applaud all of those that financially support the research. Thank you.
There are many challenges when you have MS: impaired mobility, loss of balance, numbness, spasms, severe fatigue, cold hands and feet, vision loss, and cognitive issues.
It can be discouraging and daunting at times, but with courage and support, these challenges can be handled.
With my little society and its funding of MS research, I remain relentlessly hopeful that a cure will be found.
I never know what kind of day it will be until I get out of bed and my feet hit the floor. I get my first clue as to what my mobility will be like then. On good days and bad, I never stop hoping that my MS will get better. And today, I'm closer than ever to not letting MS determine my day.
If you have been touched by someone with MS who's not giving up and trying their best, please know your support has mattered for sure to ease what they live with and to help find a cure.
The National MS Society supports the doctors and scientists studying its cause and has funded over 1,000 early career researchers who have been behind nearly every breakthrough and treatment. We are closer than ever to understanding this disease.
We care about you.
We support you.
We're here to help.
You are not alone.
We're on this journey with you.
Expectations don't always result in reality. We will never lose hope. Over the years, new MS treatments have helped so many. I have no doubt that we are closer than ever to finding a cure.
Learning to live with significant changes is one of the toughest things that people with MS have to do. MS gives you little choice and forces you to adapt. This helps you grow as a person. We will never lose hope.
For over 15 years, I've watched my sister, Kathy Winger, handle her MS symptoms. Her positivity, humor, and warmth in dealing with this disease has been so inspiring to me. She's a star in my eyes, and I hope you'll join me today in making a contribution to find a cure. We're closer than ever with your help.
MS is just another part of who my mom is. She tries not to focus on it as negative. The challenges she has with MS have made her an even better, stronger person, more determined, more resilient. She has MS, but MS does not have her.
Over 1 million people in the United States live with MS. Many are fortunate enough to have friends, family, and community to lean on. Their love, care, and support are critical, and we are endlessly grateful. To those who never give up on people with MS, and to those that make us smile on the tough days, thank you.
It's been a long journey, but significant progress has been made. Effective treatments have been developed to address relapsing, remitting multiple sclerosis. Just recently, the first treatment to relieve symptoms of primary progressive MS was approved by the FDA. We are closer than ever to finding even more effective treatments and ultimately a cure. So thank you to the MS Society and the physicians, researchers, and staff who've continued the fight to control and one day cure multiple sclerosis.
Keeping a sense of humor when you have MS might seem impossible at times, but humor and laughter are what keep me moving forward. I like to look on the bright side. I meet so many new people when I stumble and crash into total strangers. I get to relive some of my best dance moves while bending down low to pick something up. And I always remember to hold my wine glass in my good hand.
We do need your help, so please do not pause to reach in your pockets and give to our cause. Your care, help, and dollars will help pave the way. We're closer than ever with each passing day.
Over many years, I've watched my friend deal with her MS. I've admired her strength and courage in handling her difficulties. She's supported me with managing the challenges in my own life. Together, we are stronger.
The research and advances funded by the National MS Society have been ongoing over the last 75 years and have led to nearly every major breakthrough. Our goal is to cure MS and end this disease. We are closer than ever to making this happen.
My mom has lived with MS for over 2 decades. She was first diagnosed when I was 8 years old. I've always seen her determination to live life to the fullest and not give in to her MS. This summer, due to my mom's resolve, I'll be able to dance with her at my wedding. It makes me proud to know that because of women like her who support the National MS Society, many other sons out there will be able to do the same.
My name is Amy Knight. I was diagnosed with primary progressive MS over 25 years ago. Thanks to the money raised by this event and its support of the development of new medical treatments, the progression of my MS has been stopped in its tracks. We have been together for so many years, and your financial help has moved us to tears. We are closer to finding a cure than ever before. We thank you so much as we ask you for more.
At the end of a year in which we have all been apart, including for this very event, we must not lose sight of the ways in which we are closer than ever. We've built strong communities that provide support to those with MS and our loved ones. We've developed and improved treatment options, even for primary progressive MS, and we've continued making progress in the search for a cure. Your financial support is the reason that we have made it this far. And it is with gratitude that we ask you to continue that support today and into the future. MS donors, family, friends, and passionate volunteers, thank you again and again for supporting the annual On the Move Luncheon. 17 years on the move, and we are stronger than ever, more determined than ever, and closer than ever.
Oh, big thanks to all of our amazing committee members, the friends, the family, the loved ones. I want to acknowledge all the stories that we've just heard, stories of hope, stories of encouragement, stories of perseverance. And also, I want to acknowledge the stories that we're unable to hear, but we all know are out there right now. Their journey with MS, we are here for you. And today, we celebrate you, and we are investing together to make a difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, we need your help right now to make a significant impact on the MS movement. The next chapter in our story could be the last chapter for MS. We can be the generation that ends this disease for good. Now, we have never been closer to a cure. We've never been closer to understanding how to prevent the disease and to reverse its course, to bringing life-changing solutions and treatments to everyone living with MS. It is only possible with you. So let's join together and create a world free of MS. Now, you should have received a text message from GiveSmart, and we know that your phones are always close by, with the average American checking their phone every 12 seconds. So here we go. That link that you got from GiveSmart will have a link to the donation page, and you can see so many amazing gifts coming in already. We are super excited as we progress here today. Now, once you make your donation, on the donation link, your name will appear with all of these amazing donors that you see on the screen right now. And there's a very special reason for you to give right now. Our good friends, and look, not a virtual applause. I want you to give an actual round of applause wherever you may be tuning in today, and celebrate Kathy and Bill on You Fried Chuck. Thank you very much, as well as Linda Marinoff and Paul Bogro, because they have pledged together. They have pledged to match every gift made through the GiveSmart link right now, up to $15,000. That's right. Every donation up to $15,000. That means any gift right now, if you make it right now on your connected device, your donation will be tripled, right? So 100 becomes 300. What a difference that can make for the MS Society right here and now. So thank you so very much for your generosity. Kathy, Bill, Linda, and Paul, you can see that the number is climbing. I can see it on my end. Very excited right here. I just want to let you know, here we are sitting at over 150,000. Our goal, of course, boom, the donations are coming in. Our goal is for everyone watching to participate. Find a level that is meaningful for you and participate. So I want to thank just a few donors who've given already. Ellen Bourdain, thank you very much. Vicky Bolden, thank you very much. Joseph Branch making a donation, and James Brodsky. This is where you can have a significant impact. Your donations are being tripled. Layla Brudico, thank you. Jill Burke, thank you. Amber Burton, thank you. Jason Bush, thank you. Giving together, you can see the number climbing before the donations are rolling in. We're climbing up toward 175 and perhaps $200,000 on our board today, and it only happens with your continued support, and you are giving together. This is what it means to be in community, where you stand side by side with those you care about and say, yes, I'm here for you. Yes, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to do all that I can. And wow, we are really climbing. Look at the board. This is incredible. In just a second, I want to bring Chartice and Leslie back so they can join us as we climb. We are marching toward $200,000. I just want to say thanks to so many. And look at Chartice. What do you think about this? I'm seeing $190,000 on this board and so many people giving together. Chartice, what do you think so far?
Ben, I have goosebumps right now. We are climbing towards $200,000, and I know we'll make it with everyone. I'm looking at my trustees who are giving, Bernard Jones, Joan and Joe Ohayan, James and Sarah Rosen. You saw them as Be a Star sponsors. Thank you so very much. Dawn Ridley, I saw pop up. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Now, look,
I'm over here actually making a donation. It's so easy. You do the quick text. I kept looking at the screen like OTMD. No, wait, start over. OTMD. Anyway, once you do it, it comes to your phone. It's super easy. We'll give you extra time. Ben, say some names incorrectly so that people can redonate, and then you can say it the right way.
Well,
whatever
Leslie,
they need, we need motivation here, right? I'm finishing up here.
Well, Leslie, that's a polite way of saying that I obviously mispronounced someone's name. Leslie, I appreciate that. So as you know, my heart is with you. I'm doing my very best. Catherine Macris, thank you very much. If I mispronounce your name, if you give again, well, one of the three of us will try to get it right. Mary Milgram, thank you. By the way, $194,000. And I want to give a shout out to Barbara and Todd Albert. Big donation. Thank you very much. $5,000. Crab and Cleek. Shay Mullen, by the way, in the video, still so putting a smile on my face. Shay Mullen, thank you very much with your incredible donations. And it's just still coming in, $194,000. And Leslie was saying, remember, the text you received is OTMDC21. That just comes right off the tongue. So just make the donations. And what do you think, Chartice? I'm seeing 194. Is it possible that we reach 200,000?
Everything is possible, Ben. Everything's possible. Listen, we didn't think that we could talk about cures, and we are talking about cures because of all of you. We're talking about cures. They are possible. And the one thing I would just mention is that no amount is too little. No amount's too small. Everything makes a difference. It may not solve the next challenge, or it may not be the next breakthrough that you're funding. It could be, but think about all the services and the programs that we provide for people living with MS so that they can live their very best lives. So we are grateful for anything that you can give. Very grateful.
I want to tell everybody that today is the day that you can wear orange on your phone. You want this orange banner that says paid on your phone. You want to make that donation. It's super easy. If you do it one time and you're still, enamored by the orange, you can go back in and do it again. You can text that word again. You can do it one more. Look how close we are to $200,000. We are so close.
Well, I'm going to say rally. Let's rally. The great thing about the online event is everyone gets to control the volume. Everyone gets control of the temperature. You're in total control right now of allowing us to get to $200,000. So Audrey Adams has made a donation. Anonymous has made a donation. Harvey Adler's made a donation. Felicima Andres made a donation. $196,000. Debbie Aitman and Jamie Baldinger and Lynn Battle and Jean Billett and Biogen. Of course, we salute you. Anonymous, we're at $196,000. Ellen Bourdain is in there twice because that's how great the name is. Ellen Bourdain. I love to see it twice on the board there. Brittany Bordeaux, Elizabeth Bradley, Joseph Branch, James Brodsky, and Anonymous is in there again, 196. Let's rally, everybody. Let's rally. Ann Brust. Just think of the money you saved in gasoline last year. Just go ahead and send that in. And just Amber Burton, Jason Bush, Anonymous, of course, over and over again. We could not do this without Anonymous. And Julie Surf and Andrea Chavez and Yvonne Clark. Let's go, everybody. Clara Connor. We're climbing 100 at a time. Remember, doubling, and tripling. Big thanks to those matching gifts. Jess Dean, Brooke DiGiacomo. Thank you. I know I got that one wrong. Chartice, look, we are so very close. I say go all in. If everyone watching right now simply gave a $100 donation, we're there. I think we're there.
I agree, Ben. And I just want to mention that, no mission, no money, or no money, no mission, both. So I just want to remind everyone that we talk about research, we talk about cures. However, there's so much work that we do. There's so much work that you allow us to do. We talked about being in the halls of Congress. Well, guess what? We have to advocate. We have to be the voice for those of us who may not have a voice. We have to be the voice for people living with MS and make sure that we are funding research and getting dollars through our efforts in Capitol Hill, but we also want to make sure that people can live safely, that they have access to quality and affordable health care. And so that's a lot of the work that we do as well. So every dollar counts.
We're raising funds and we're raising friends. And we can be even better friends when we can see your name scrolling on the screen. It's so easy to do this. It's perfect. I love how Ben is able to shake us down even virtually, because usually in person, he's like walking around. He's like, I see that extra stuff in your pie. I see you've got Apple Pay, you've got Google Pay. You're going to delay paying so that you can contribute to this cause. And so, in the spirit of all of that, we can still do that.
Look what we did. Yes! Look what we did, Ben. Look what all of you did. Not just 200,000. We got $201,250.
That's awesome. And there's still time.
Well, of course, we are always in the moving forward position. We know that it is money that pays for the science, and we know that science is the one that finds the cures, which is why we must never stop. And it just says so much about this community. 17 years of coming together each and every year, setting new goals and reaching those goals and going beyond. It just says so much about the power of what you can do when you care so deeply for those you love, and the investment you can make. breakthroughs are happening. We've heard it here today, breakthroughs of stories and reversing the people's conditions and illnesses. And man, you have done it. So I want to give not a virtual round of applause. I want an actual round of applause, loud enough so your neighbors know what you're doing. You're attending the On the Move Luncheon, $211,000, big donations coming in right there. Oh my gosh, incredible. Incredible. Chartice, what can you say? 211,000 is just amazing.
I am, again, goosebumps, grateful. I'm teary-eyed. Thank you to all of you here. We are all together. I feel that we're together. I know we are not all in the same room, but we are together in this movement. We will always be together. Thank you so very, very much.
Well, I just want to personally thank all of you for making a meaningful gift. It is such an important time for us at the MS movement, and your contributions are absolutely valued, and we are so grateful. We just remember that we are all in this together. And what I love to say is that the next chapter of the MS movement is ours to write.
And we can write it right now. And we're writing it with the generosity of so many of you today who have opened your hearts and opened your time and shared your treasures with all of us today. We are so grateful and pushing forward, as we all know, to the day that we have a world free of MS. It is now my pleasure to introduce our distinguished keynote speakers, Clay and Jessica Walker. Perhaps you've heard of Clay Walker. He's a recording artist, a songwriter, and an entertainer with 31 charted singles, a dozen number ones, 4 platinum albums, and decades of performances to his credits. He's had songs like Live Until I Die, Dreaming with My Eyes Open, This Woman and This Man, Hypnotize the Moon, and on and on. But Clay was diagnosed with MS back in 1996. And he has raised awareness and funds through his own nonprofit called Band Against MS. And the National MS Society have been working together to find solutions for the struggles that people with MS deal with on a regular basis. And so we are so grateful to have their support today and excited to share their special video with you now.
Hi, I'm Clay Walker, and this is my beautiful wife, Jessica. And I want to say hello to everybody at the On the Move Luncheon in Washington, D.C., and we are honored and flattered to have been asked to be the keynote speakers and to be a part of this beautiful luncheon. So we're going to cover some topics with the folks watching. There's all kind of roles, in the MS world. There's people who support those who have MS, like most of you at the luncheon. There are people who have MS, and there are caretakers, and there are children, relatives, friends. It's one big community. So thank you again for having us, and we'll get right into the message. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 1996 when not a lot was known about the disease. There weren't a lot of medications around or anything else to combat it, and there largely wasn't a lot of information. And most of it was centralized in the National MS Society, thank goodness. That's where I went to go find as much information as I could. So shout out to the National MS Society for all the great work you guys have done through the decades, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like I said, my journey began with MS in 1996, and it was a dark period for me because I hadn't met anyone that ever had multiple sclerosis, and I didn't even know what it meant. But my prognosis at that time was really, really horrible. I was told that I'd be in a wheelchair in a couple of years and dead within 4 because of the amount of lesions on my brain, brainstem, and spinal cord. So you can imagine how a young guy at 26 felt hearing that news. But it's much different today. My journey also has led me down many paths, but my most important path was running into Jessica in November of 2005 in New York City. The Country Music Association was having their annual award show there. Actually, it was the night before.
When we first met, I knew that there was definitely something special. And as the weeks went by and things got more and more serious, we talked about his MS, and I did my own research because, of course, I was a little bit nervous not knowing anything about it. And as time went on, I really began to just feel really comfortable and confident. And here we are 15 years later and 5 kids later going strong. So,
and you're still gorgeous. You know, to that point, you know, MS can devastate lives, and the fear, you know, of MS, I think, can really put people in even a physical condition. You know, it's proven that our emotions can affect very much do affect our physical condition, and I think it's uber important to get to a place where you feel like you're going to be able to manage the disease, and you know, so far, you know, that's all we've been able to do is manage the disease. But I know that the MS Society has been talking about the word cure, and certainly we all love to hear that. When MS creeps in or even just comes in and destroys your joy, takes that joy from you, steals it, that's what you have to learn how to recover from, because it doesn't matter if it's MS, cancer, or any other element that is taking your joy away. That's going to affect every aspect of your life, all your relationships, including the one with yourself. And with Jessica, you know, I've been joyful, and the more children we've added to our lives, even the more joyful. But we would not have planned such a big family, you know, if we weren't confident that what we were doing, managing the disease, was working. And that's a key that I want to say to anybody out there living with MS is, you're the driver. You know, you are the gatekeeper of your joy, no one else. And that means you also have to make decisions that are showing your family and showing yourself that you are doing everything, you're doing your part, if you will. And can you speak a little bit about how we live around here, how our diet is, and what makes you comfortable with me having MS, period?
Well, I think that as the caretaker, you have to do your part as well. So, yeah, I try and really stay on him. We eat as healthy as we can. We grow a lot of our vegetables, and I think that diet is a big key. Also, getting him out of bed to go and exercise, whether it's working out on the farm or going for a walk or going, you know, for a workout. I think that it's important to just keep moving every day and stay active. Not that the kids don't keep us active enough, because we're nonstop with them. And when he's on the road, having someone who I can text or call and make sure that they're keeping him in his routine if I'm not able to be there is also a big factor in keeping him on track.
You know, there was a time where you were concerned about me making sure that I was taking my medication, you know, and I can say that's a big deal, you know, is that we don't have a cure, but we do have ways to manage the disease, and I know that there are some people out there who are averse to medication. I'm not one of those people, you know. I don't feel I could have gotten this far in my life and been this active and stayed, you know, in this condition had I not had, you know, one of the conventional therapies. And I'm very thankful for that. And I know that gave you a lot of comfort knowing
Yes.
that I was doing everything that I could do.
Yes. Making sure that you take your medicine every day isn't the easiest thing, but yes, it's gotten much easier lately.
Well, it's gotten a lot easier since I don't have to take it every day.
Right, exactly.
So, you know, other things about once you get the disease in a place where you're managing it, and we have done that, actually. You know, we went through a time, I guess, last year, 2 years ago, where I had an episode, and it was very scary for both of us, and it lasted a while, and I knew that it was time for me to switch medications, and that's important too. It's important to know what you need to do, and having a great neurologist helps. I've had the same neurologist since I was diagnosed with MS, and he has been a lifelong friend, and I hope that you all who have MS have a relationship with your neurologist like I do, because it's invaluable. But after you manage the disease, I would say that getting on with life and putting that really in the rearview mirror. If you know you're doing everything you can, then you can just go live. And I've done that. You know, I still ride horses, golf, play with my kids every day. And that's important too, is being present. You know, a lot of people go into this cave, I call it, and they're not willing to, I mean, they shut everything down, and the kids feel that. Your spouse feels it, your significant other feels it. Everyone around you feels it. And it's just not doing you any good to worry about it all the time. And I want to say this, because someone said it to me. You're going to be okay. You are going to be okay even though you have multiple sclerosis. It's something you're going to live with, and it's something that you are going to manage. And it's something you're going to win. So in all of the, I guess I've done most of the talking, obviously, but I would love to hear from your standpoint, what was your biggest struggle with this? And number two, what is your biggest joy from all of it?
Well, my biggest struggle wasn't when we first met, because I just hadn't lived it yet. But once we were married and had children, and we had an episode a couple of years ago, I think that's when I was the most fearful. We really had to stick together and be strong for one another, and it was really hard at times. So I think it's also important for the caretaker of a person who has MS to have a great support system. My mom is there for me all the time, and making sure that you take care of yourself also, so that you can be there for your spouse or your significant other, is very important. But I would say the biggest joy is when we got through that and we were able to carry on with our family. And to see where he is today after that also is just such a blessing. So
yeah, full recovery.
Yes.
And I know that it was scary, because I was scared. And you know, I haven't been scared in 25 years. So it was something, you know, and I'm glad that we had each other, you know, during that time, because it would have been much more scarier. And the fact that we did come through it, and here we are today in perfect condition, I'm blessed. And you know, when I look at my children's faces, you know, that's enough reason for me, you know, that's enough reason for me to do everything that I can do to stay healthy and to keep moving on. So in conclusion, I just want to thank everyone again who's at this luncheon, and everyone who will see this video at some point, whether it's today or next year or whenever they see it. But none of us living with MS could have gotten this far without folks like you in attendance today, supporting a very worthy cause for a lot of beautiful people. So have a great day.
And a big thank you to Clay and Jessica for their candor, their heart, and their inspirational and aspirational message for all of us today. On behalf of the National MS Society, we have to thank the committee, the dynamic chairs, all the sponsors, and all of you for your support and for everything you've done to go above and beyond to make this cause worthwhile. This movement would not be possible without your courage and your commitment.
And I certainly hope that you all are taking something away from this event and feel inspired to spread the message of this movement to all those that you know, that you love, and spread this throughout your community.
You know, Ben and Leslie, first of all, a huge thank you to both of you. You all have been so devoted and committed, and I'm just grateful for you all each and every year. I know we're going to be on stage together next year, so thank you to Ben and Leslie. I also want to just say thank you. Look at this number, $216,500. I am so amazed at what we can do together. And as I think about all that we have accomplished, again, together, with all of you, I can't help but look forward to, with excitement, about what we're going to accomplish next. Our progress is accelerating. We know that the last 5 years have seen as much progress as the 70 that preceded them. That's remarkable. We are now on the precipice of the breakthroughs we've been working on since our movement began, since Sylvia Laurie put the ad in the newspaper about her brother Bernard. Breakthroughs are going to go down in history. We will all be a part of that story. We will be a part of the story that says that we have ended MS forever. And for that, I am forever grateful.
You know, the next chapter in our story could be the last chapter for MS. We can be that generation that ends the disease and changes lives for millions of people. For those of you who joined us today, you can look back on this time and say, I did something. I made a difference. I had an impact. So thank you.
Together, we will break through. We thank you again. We hope to see you next year on a stage for sure. We wish you a wonderful afternoon and thank you again.
Thank you.